All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check!
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10 from the 41.
Yeah!
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Mitchell up the middle. Past midfield to the 45. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Hurts comes out throwing. He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Dialing up a receiver screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mitchell on the give, headed left. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Yeah!
Here's Mitchell again. And he'll take it forward for a small gain to about the 22. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. Escapes a defender. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Yeah!
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
To the line they go. It's second down.
Yeah!
They've got a man in motion.
Here we go! I take 26.
Dak off the play fake. Launches one deep downfield. We connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Dallas. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Right up the gut. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. The tackle made by Mazi Smith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hurts now from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Here we go.
1st down, here's Dak. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 20-zip lead. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Great, set. Now left, Yeti.
Motioning the tight end left. Another carry for him. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, It prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They motion the slot man right. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Eagles facing 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give now to the running back. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Here we go, 46. 46.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He's going deep this time. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
The give now to Mitchell. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
26.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. Flushed out of the pocket. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
They kick the running back in motion. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 47. 26.
Dak throwing again. And once again, they can't connect.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Set.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Oh, no. They get him yet again. And the Cowboys have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. I think. Kill. What do you think?
Hand off to the back. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they wanted to add 3 more there, but silver lining, they aren't exactly hurting for a big lead at this juncture. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Motion man right is Smith. On first down, they'll run. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
He's on the in route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. The give now out of the shotgun. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the pistol, Hurts. Complete, it's Cooper. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing here, Hurts. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You spend the entire week working on your red zone offense, and when you get your opportunity, the last thing you want to do is go backwards. Takes you out of rhythm, and your kicker on that sidelines, he's not too happy either.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hurts setting up to throw. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Cowboys have it, hoping to close out a victory and advance another round. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now here's Prescott. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. That one's caught along the left sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Yeah!
1st and 10, Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Hurts. And they pick him off again. Deron Bland has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back with a pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Finds him over the middle. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Running right with Mitchell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
plowing up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Yeah!
They give it to him again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah!
Prescott now on third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys coasting to the finish line. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Space past the 35. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. 2nd and 1. Throw left side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Hurts throwing again. He's on the move. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Hurts trying again on second down. Hits his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Trying to set this up quick. On third down, it's Hurts. Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge? There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he...
And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And they're headed to the divisional round.